Have you ever noticed how a lot of kids with ADHD also struggle with balance and coordination? I help people understand the root issue to chronic things such as ADHD so that you can fix the underlying mechanisms instead of feeling like your only option is to address and manage their symptoms. So, for a lot of kids, they haven't fully developed their motor system, which is going to definitely affect their neurodevelopment. And more specifically, they haven't developed postural reflexes. These postural reflexes should develop around 3 to 4 years old, and they develop as the brain matures. So if your child still hasn't developed their postural reflexes, I want you to be able to check to see if that is the case, so then you know some of the underlying issue of what's going on. Okay, to check for postural reflexes, you're gonna have your child sit in a chair and they're gonna look at something on the wall. And this can be a light switch or just anything that they can focus their eyes onto. And then what you're going to do is stand behind them and you're going to grab their shoulders and you're going to tilt them side to side like this. And what you want to see, and if they have proper postural reflexes, is when you're going like this, they're going to correct their head. So when you're pushing them to the right, their head's going to correct to the left. And when you go this way, it's going to do the opposite. So if you were to do this and you turn your child and they just go like this, and then you turn your child and they just go like this, that would be an indicator that they haven't developed their postural reflexes. What we were checking for specifically there is an oculo head righting reflex. And in no way do I mean that every kid that has ADHD is going to have postural reflex issues, or if you have postural reflex issues, you definitely have ADHD. That's not what I'm saying. There are tons of different mechanisms and risk factors that contribute to ADHD. It's just been my experience that I see a ton of kids with ADHD have issues with not developing their postural reflexes. So if your child has ADHD and you do this test and you see that they do have their postural reflexes, and that's completely okay. It just means that there's probably other mechanisms on this ADHD iceberg that are contributing to their issues. So each case is a little bit different. I did make an ADHD ebook that you can feel free to grab. It's in my help form in my link. And I'm also going to make a worksheet specifically for ADHD that you can test for these underlying mechanisms and you can find out exactly what you have to do to help your child. So if you want those resources, you can grab them from there. If you want your questions answered one-to-one directly, you can schedule a video consult with me. So I'd like to know if you learned anything new on this video today.